Once upon a time, in a snowy village nestled among the icy mountains, little white rabbit Mino woke up to a bright, clear morning. He was wearing a yellow t-shirt and blue overalls, and his big, expressive eyes were shining with excitement. Today was no ordinary day. It was the day of the Winter Olympics, and Mino had been invited to participate. Mino hopped outside his cozy home, where snow glistened like tiny diamonds under the morning sun. His friends, Toto the turtle and Lino the squirrel, were already waiting with their little sleds, bundled in scarves and mittens, their cheeks rosy from the cold. "Are you ready, Mino?" asked Lino, bouncing on his paws. "Absolutely." Mino twitched his nose happily, ready for adventure. The first event was ski jumping. Mino jumped onto small, specially made wooden skis. The icy ramp stretched out before him, sparkling like crystal. He took a deep breath, felt the cold wind tickle his ears, and pushed himself up. For a moment, he felt as if he were flying, his ears flowing behind him and his little paws pointing forward. He landed softly on the fluffy snow below, rolled once, but then jumped back to his feet with a triumphant cackle. The crowd of small animals clapped their hands in excitement and cheered. Next was a cross-country skiing race. Mino lined up at the starting point, his skis steady beneath his feet. The trail wound through snowy forests, over frozen streams, and past glittering ice sculptures. He pushed with all his strength, his breath puffing out in little clouds, ears bouncing with every glide. Toto, though slower, moved steadily, while Lino darted past with surprising speed. Mino laughed and twitched his nose. Every step was fun, and he felt the thrill of the snowy wind brushing his face. Finally, it was time for the most exciting event, the sled team race. Mino, Toto, Lino, and two other friends, Pip the penguin and Fira the fox, huddled together at the starting line. The sled was a colorful little wooden contraption with a soft red seat and shiny runners. "Let's do this together," shouted Mino. They all hopped on, holding tight to the ropes. With a push, they slid down the icy track, zigzagging between snow-covered pines, whooshing past frozen waterfalls, and laughing all the way. The sled wobbled and bumped over small mounds, but they leaned together and steered with tiny paws and tails. They came around a tricky bend in the road. "Lean left," Pip called, flapping his wings. "Hold on tight," Fira added, twitching his tail for balance. Lino's little cries of excitement filled the air as Mino's heart pounded. With teamwork, they negotiated the bend perfectly and sped toward the finish line, sledding faster than the icy wind. When they crossed the finish line, they fell off the sled, rolled in the snow, and laughed until their stomachs ached. The medal ceremony followed. Mino's ears twitched nervously as a little podium glimmered in the sun. He didn't care about winning or losing. He cared about the joy of adventure, the thrill of skiing and sledding, and sharing it with friends. Still, when they raised their little golden medals, Mino couldn't help smiling proudly. His friends stood beside him, cheering and clapping, and even the snow seemed to sparkle brighter in celebration. That evening, back in his cozy home, Mino curled under his blanket. He thought of the races, the snowy forests, and the way the sled had swooshed over the icy track. "What a magical day," he whispered, twirling the middle in his paw. Outside, snowflakes fell softly, covering the village in a gentle white blanket. Mino's heart was warm, filled with the laughter of friends, the thrill of adventures, and the promise of many more winter days to come. If you liked the adventures of little Mino, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to listen to more stories with us, thus supporting my fellow students and me.